10,000 mile review of my 2021 Gazelle Ultimate C380 Plus. Now, before I start, I want to let you guys know that I bought this bike with my own money. I forked over $10,000 and bought two Gazelles, and I put over 10,000 miles on this bike. I did not get paid by the manufacturer. This is not a promo. This is a guy that's used the bike and taking care of the bike. So I didn't use it and abuse it. I used it and take care of it because I put a large amount of money in there. This bike, the way it's sitting with all the accessories, I have over $8,000 in the bike, okay? Now, simply put, please do not buy a Gazelle because it's a money pit. Let me say this again. Please do not buy a Gazelle because it's a money pit. And the manufacturer literally sucks. There's no support and they don't care about you. And I've done many positive reviews about this brand because I bought the bike. I wasn't sponsored. But when it came to the warranty work, I realized how, excuse my language, crappy this company is. Okay, number one, at 6,444 miles, this whole bike broke down. The engine was totally destroyed. The internal Aviola hub was totally destroyed. I was getting so many errors. Now let me show you this, okay? I have right now 5,571 miles on the new engine, and then my first engine failed at 6,444 miles. So I have over 10,000 miles on this bike. So I really know what I'm talking about. I'm probably one of the only owners in America that has so many miles on their bikes of Gazelle. So when I'm telling you something, I really know what I'm talking about. I'm not just like, trying to bash the brand. But if you buy a Gazelle, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Okay, you're gonna lose a lot of money because when you try to resell it, no one's going to buy it from you because the brand is not recognized. However, you're paying the cost of a Track or a Specialized or A grade brand, but you're not getting an A grade products. You're not getting an A grade network of support, and the company, the manufacturer themselves, are just the worst company I ever dealt with in my life. Okay, now again, I got 10,000 miles on it. I've only owned this bike for one year and 2 or 3 months, somewhere around there, okay? This thing has just been a money pit, and I'm constantly putting money into this bike, even though that it's under warranty. But again, the manufacturer does not honor their warranty. Plus, and this is the most important part, there's nowhere to get it fixed because all their dealers don't know how to work on their bike. Okay, for example, this bike broke down at 6,444 miles. I had to spend over $600 of my own money to get the so-called warranty work, okay? Let me remind you, I just spent $10,000 on a bike, 2 bikes. So I spent another $600 on the bike, okay? Now I got the warranty work. There was nowhere to take it to, okay? The place that I took it to, manufacturer didn't want to reimburse me because they said they're not the manufacturer, they're not the dealer, so because I took it to a random place because there's nowhere to go. I didn't want to drive 400 miles one way, the round trip, to get the bike fixed. So anyways, a few months later, after I paid the $600, guess what? I started having massive problems with the bike again. Then the manufacturer told me, hey, drive down to the 440 miles plus to get it fixed at a dealer. So I drove out there to the dealer 2 times. The first time I drove up there, I get up there, I made him an appointment. I get up there and the dealer's head mechanic tells me he doesn't know how to work on this bike. He's never worked on these bikes before. And again, let me say this is the dealer now. They're telling me they don't know how to work on this bike and they don't do warranty work. Then they never worked on an internal hub. They never worked on Gates belt. And I'm like, man, manufacturer just told me to drive out here. So I go back home. Then they hit me up again. They say, come out here again. I have to drive again. I don't have a car, guys. This is my main transportation. Another 220 something miles one way to get to the dealer. They have my bike for over a week, and then they don't do the work because again, they don't know how to work on this stuff. So I'm still having all the problems. Now, problem is so long that it'll take me hours to list it for you. But what are some of the problems that I'm having, guys? Even though I just paid $600 to get it fixed, well, there's massive clicking noise coming from, I'm not sure if it's the hub, if it's the frame, if it's the Bosch engine, but they just put a new Bosch in there. And again, I just spent $600 on warranty. In less than 2 or 3 months, the problem is coming. Now, the Gazelle dealer is refusing to fix it because, of course, they don't know how to work on this thing, okay? Now, I'm stuck with this bike. It's still under warranty, but there's no place to get it fixed. I've called Gazelle, I've emailed Gazelle, and these people are the rudest people I ever talked to in my life. They're just making false claims. For example, they say that they warranty the paint for 10 years. Well, the paint is coming off, and I send them pictures of it, and they declined it. So why do you have a 10-year warranty if you're not going to honor it? Why do you have a 2-year warranty when you say, well, I put too many miles on my bike? Well, it's this 2-year warranty manufacturer defect, and if the engine's breaking, then it's under the 2 years. You just do a miles or length, but you said 2 years. The hub is making all kinds of noises like and this is supposed to be the top end that Gazelle offers. This is their flagship model. Okay, now the bike looks like in great shape because, again, I take care of my stuff. I wash it. Yes, I have put over 10,000 miles on it, but that's just normal. Maybe not for a sedentary individual, but for someone that doesn't have a car, this is what you're going to do with it. This is why you pay over $5,000 for a bike, price of a car. Why would anyone pay a price of a car and you can't even get 10,000 miles out of it? It doesn't make sense, and they act like, I put up 1 million miles on my bike. 10,000 miles is nothing. Okay, nothing. I expect to put at least 100,000 miles on the bike. Okay, if I'm going to use the bike as a car, I'm going to drive it. I'm not going to just put it in my garage. So I think Gazelle's market is they're just trying to sell to old timers, the retired people. They're not going to drive their bike. They're going to spend $5,000-$6,000, just leave it in the garage, maybe put 90 miles on it. And yeah, if that's you, if you're just going to put 90 miles on the bike, 100 miles on it, then sure, go ahead and buy this bike. But if you're an individual that you care about your money, you're an individual that wants value, you want an individual that wants to go with a company that's going to appreciate your business, that's going to back what they sell, then for God's sake, don't go with the Gazelle because you're going to regret it. There's many reasons why you're going to regret it. First, they don't have the infrastructure, network of support to fix your bike. For example, you might go to a local bike shop, they may sell you that bike, but they don't know how to work on it. And this is not the first dealer that I've gone through. This is multiple dealers that I've gone through from Gazelle, and they all tell me, we don't know how to work on this bike, okay? Or they don't want to do the warranty, so they won't honor the warranty of Gazelle. And Gazelle is in Netherlands, and these are just bicycle shops that are supposedly AKA called dealers, but they're not willing to honor the Gazelle contract. Number two, Gazelle's they just don't care. They're not going to warranty any of your stuff. They're going to blame you for every excuse under the sun and the moon to decline your warranty work, guys. So there's no place to get it fixed. Literally, even if you buy it at a store next to you, that store may go under or may close down, or you may move, and then you'll be stuck like Chuck, okay? And then if that place goes under or you move, then no one's going to fix your bike. Number three, you're paying premium dollars. Like, for example, this is compared to a track. There's a track store at every city that I go to. Okay, so why would I pay a premium A grade for a bike, but I don't have the network structure of a track premium A grade? Okay, so it's kind of like real estate. You have A, B, and C. Why would anyone pay for a C bike for the premium of an A building? It doesn't make sense. You're not providing the infrastructure of an A building. So this is one of the main problems with Gazelle, is they're trying to compete with A brand, okay, top of quality brand, and they're pricing their structure like that, but they don't have the infrastructure or the support or the maintenance or the warranty department presence in America to do that, okay? And so if you're a consumer like me and you're going to use your bike, then you're going to get burnt. Now, the reason I bought this bike is there's a guy on YouTube, you know, he does just a bunch of reviews about bikes. And man, I bought 2 bikes because this guy reviewed it, and they were both junk, okay? So my advice to you is, if you're trying to buy an electrical bike, I'm making this video for you. Please be careful, people that do reviews. A lot of these guys are getting paid from the manufacturer, and they're doing raving reviews, but they've never gone through the experience of doing a warranty work. They haven't owned the bike and put 5,000 or 3,000 miles on it to see if anything breaks down. Where me, on the other hand, no one's paying me. I bought this bike with my own money, and I put the miles on it, and I've gone through the experience of the warranty work with the manufacturer, and it's freaking horrible. It's the worst. I mean, honestly, every day at least 1 or 2 people come up to me and they say, oh, this is a beautiful bike. Yes, it is a beautiful bike, especially the way I set it up with all the accessories, and I made it look beautiful. But I always tell people, please don't buy this bike. You're going to regret it. Don't do it. Don't do it. At least 1 or 2 people a day come to me, and I don't recommend it to them. Just like I'm making this video for you, because I don't want you to be losing money like I have. I could not recommend Gazelle in any shape or fashion. They're charging too much for a crappy bike. I would just go buy one of these cheaper bikes you see online. They're selling for $1,500 or $1,000, and if it breaks down, you can buy 5 of those bikes for the price of one of these bikes. So again, if you buy one a cheap bike, e-bike, and it breaks down after 3,000 or 4,000 miles, just go buy a brand new one and use the other one as a spare, and you're still ahead $4,000. Okay, why would anyone go and buy? It's a beautiful bike, but if you don't have the warranty, you're not gonna, if you're a manufacturer, you're selling stuff and you're very deceptional, you're telling people you're gonna do X, but you're not doing X, then that's messed up. You're saying there's a 10-year warranty, but there's no place to get the warranty. And you say there's 10 years warranty on the paint, but you're not gonna honor your paint. You say there's going to be a 2-year warranty on the engine, the interior hub, but they don't honor that. You say there's gonna be a place for me to get this stuff fixed, but there's no infrastructure. There's no network of places to get it fixed. So how are you doing any justice to the e-bike community or to anyone else? So this is why I'm doing this video, because I want to save you the headache and the money. I've already made good with the losses that I have made. I bought 2 of these. They both had problems. I sold one. I could only get $750 for it because no one recognizes the brand. Not even the pawn shop wanted it, and it was one of the hardest things to sell. Now, let me tell you, I'm a bike expert. I wrote a book on flipping bikes. I have flipped over 1,000 bikes. I know how to flip bikes, and a guy that's an expert that couldn't sell a bike for only $750 when I paid over $5 grand for it tells you something. Okay, this is why I'm doing this. So it's not like I'm a rookie trying to sell a bike. I'm a pro of, I wrote a book. I have students all over America and Canada and Great Britain that flip bikes. Okay, so I'm an expert in flipping bikes, and I can tell you that if you buy a Gazelle, your resale value is going to be only 25% of what you pay for it, which is ridiculous. Okay, number 2, the support system for repairs, maintenance is going to be zip to none. Number 3, the warranty from the factory direct, I'm talking to the factory direct, is horrible. They don't appreciate you. They don't appreciate your money. Think about it. I bought this bike. I've done tons of positive reviews for these guys when I first got it, and I know I have sold them a lot of bikes because I have students that bought bikes for them. That the people that come up to me and said, look, I watched the review and I bought this bike from you, and now I'm doing this review to let you guys know that, hey, I made a mistake, because if you buy this bike and your bike breaks down, and it sure will, because I've owned 2 of these and they've all broke down, then you're going to be swimming up current, upstream. And if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead and buy yourself a Gazelle. And if you don't appreciate your hard-earned money, go ahead and buy a Gazelle. If you want a money pit, go ahead and buy a Gazelle. It is a beautiful bike. They have great components in there. They could fix all these problems, but they choose not to. They should have better support, or they should. What Gazelle should do is slash their prices by 50%, 60%, and sell it direct to the consumer, because the network of dealers that they have, they don't even care about their brand. I've gone to 2 dealers, and the dealers have told me I should have bought a Track versus a Gazelle if I wanted to get real support. So, Gazelle is just hurting themselves by using these crappy dealers. The dealers don't give a crap about the brand, and Gazelle can't provide the infrastructure or the support. So they should just slash their prices 40-60%, sell it to the consumer direct, and that way if something breaks down, the consumer can just buy another one for the price they're going to be paying just to have a middleman, a bike shop. You know what I'm saying? Because the bike shop's taking away 50% of the deals to go into their pocket, and they don't even know how to work on the bike. So Gazelle and Gazelle dealers that I have visited are very deceptional. They don't have the experience to work on these bikes. They haven't got the education to work on these bikes. They don't know how to work on an internal hub. For example, I just took my bike to the Gazelle dealer and they supposedly did something, but they broke my bike. This gauge doesn't work anymore. It was working when I took it in there. They broke my battery cover. So I spent I drove over 440 miles. I had to do 2 trips. I had to spend all this money and resources, and then instead of fixing my bike, they broke my display. Over here they're supposed to fix it. They broke my cover. They scratched my bike up, and I mean the list goes on and on. Now I took the bike in for the second time repair because I was having battery problems. Okay, the battery would not come out, and the lock would not come out. Okay, when I would turn it, nothing would pop out. It would be extremely hard, all right, to get the bike out. Also, the battery, man. When I first got this bike, I could do 60 miles. Okay, on eco mode. Now today I didn't get half of that. I get like 30 miles, and I'm still on eco mode. I'm stronger than ever. I'm lighter than ever. I've done a lot of miles. So battery's just straight bad. They weren't able to fix that. Okay, I'm getting significant clicking noise in the hub when I'm driving. It's like click 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 click, and I've done tons of videos about it, and I'll upload those. And the dealer couldn't even fix it. They're trying to fix it, but they broke my display trying to fix it, and now they won't even respond to me. Okay, so they broke my battery case. So I was having internal hub problems. I was having battery lock problems. I was having battery degeneration problems. Okay, I mean the list goes on. My cafe lock, would not operate. It would lock and it wouldn't unlock, and I would have to leave my bike there because it wouldn't unlock. And then suddenly it would work again, but it wouldn't lock again. So it would have so many different problems with it. Okay, I was having noise from the engine. I'm having paint chip problems. I mean, I have a whole list of stuff. Okay, like the stem went bad. Okay, just because it's been outside oxidation. I tried to adjust it. It wouldn't even go up and down. I mean, just some of it is simple, but some of it is very complex. It will cost you $1,000. Like if the engine is bad, it's going to cost you just $1,000 for the engine, another $200 or $300 for labor. So Gazelle didn't put good products, or didn't engineer the frame correctly, because like the noise sounding is probably from the frame not being set up correctly. They don't know. I mean, I've called Viola. They're not going to give me no support. The bike shops have called them. There was no support. They don't know what's going on. And so anyways, guys, if you think you want to spend $5,000 on an electrical bike from Gazelle and you're gonna have a reliable bike, you're dead wrong. This is like buying a Ford Focus. You're not buying a Honda Civic. You're not buying a Yamaha, a Toyota. You're not buying a reliable machine. You're buying a headache. Please understand that, and this is why I'm doing this video. Please remember, no one paid me. I paid for this bike. I put over 10,000, almost 11,000 miles on this bike. I know this bike more than anyone else in America. I can almost guarantee it. And I can tell you, this thing has been nothing but a money pit. So for God's sake, if you love your money, please don't buy this Gazelle, okay? Because you're going to regret it. Now, I know there's other reviewers out there that are going to give you raving reviews. They're getting paid. They're getting paid to do these reviews. They don't put all the miles like I do. They don't deal with the warranty work like I have to. They're just review makers. They're just an extended long distance sales for the company. I'm the actual buyer. I'm the actual consumer. I'm the one that bought the sales pitch. And I'm telling you that this is nothing but a headache. I would never recommend a Gazelle to anyone else. I would never buy a Gazelle. I bought 2. I had my brother buy one. I know I had multiple students buy one because they bought it for me. And I just want to let you guys know that, sorry guys, I didn't deal with the warranty once I deal with the warranty problems, I realized, man, this company is the worst company ever. I would be better off buying a track, because there's a store down the street in every state you go to. There's actually infrastructure, so you may be paying A grade, but you at least have a network. Now, I wasn't too happy with my track, Damani HP Plus. It had a lot of problems just like this one, but at least they give me my money back, right? With these guys, they don't even answer their phone. They damage my stuff, you know, they're ghosting me. And so I'm gotta make this video to let the world know it is a beautiful bike, but if you get it, remember what Mike told you, it's a money pit. And I'm being honest with you. I got there's no reason for me to lie to you. I spent the money for it. I bought two. It's been nothing but a headache. If you want to spend a lot of money and deal with a lot of crappy customer service, go ahead, sign up for a Gazelle. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. And if you hear any comments below, it's more than likely the manufacturer trying to, you know, make good of them. Because I can tell you, I rode this bike over 10,000 miles. I know the ins and outs of it, and I know what kind of headache I have to go to get the warranty work, which no one can even do it. And I just spend money, even though it's called warranty. Anyways, guys, thank you for clicking the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts below. Peace.